Jana Duggar is back with a surprising update on her life as a mother to 3 children. The 27-year-old mom continues to document her daily life despite quitting vlogging earlier this year. Many of her social media posts today are about their outdoor trips and other family activities. But what caught the attention of many was Jana's latest clip featuring her muscular body. Jana recently took to social media to share her family's early preparation for Christmas. The Counting on Alum uploaded a clip with her husband and kids decorating their Christmas tree. The kids' excitement for their annual tradition left many fans in awe. Aside from her family, Jana has also been spending more time with her siblings. Earlier this month, she uploaded a clip featuring a belated birthday lunch with her sisters and their mom, Michelle. Jana recently took to social media to share a clip of herself featuring a day in her life. The Counting on Alum prepares her kids' breakfast in the morning. Moments later, she prepares herself for a gym, wearing tight shorts and a shirt. Jana later shared clips of herself going all out in her workout sessions, showing off her muscular body. Austin's wife has been on a physical journey for months. Aside from going to the gym, she also took dance classes with Austin, further strengthening their marriage. Many fans are also glad that Jana is keeping herself busy after breaking down in one of her vlogs as she struggles with mental health battles. Aside from her weight loss journey, Jana Duggar Forsyth also made headlines last month after showing off her roller coaster hair makeover. The Counting on Alum initially had botched hair dye after trying out a product she and her friend bought at a mall. Jana didn't like how dark her hair turned out. Due to this, she decided to go to the salon to get it fixed. Jana Duggar Forsyth said, "I went to the salon and was able to use hair stripper to pull out the dark, and then we added some chocolate brown dye to the roots and highlights, and it turned out so beautiful. And it still has the auburn tint." Over the years, Jana Duggar is one such celebrity who has always been in the limelight of Duggar News. She and her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, were amongst the first ones to speak up about the dark side of the family, including Josh Duggar's scandals. Since then, Jana has released books about her experiences, and fans appreciate her for exposing even the uncomfortable side of the family. As Jana and Jeremy like keeping fans in the loop, they run a podcast to give them updates about their lives. In a new episode, they talked about a not-so-comfortable moment from the time the former gave birth for the first time. In the past few weeks, Jana has revealed a lot of exciting things about her life. Not only is her new book coming out in 2025, but the family will also be welcoming yet another baby. The Duggar News star confirmed she was pregnant for the 3rd time, while sharing a wholesome photo shoot with her husband and 2 daughters. She once gushed over giving her daughters big sis denim jackets to break the news. Jana once revealed how long they waited to tell the news to their daughters Felicity and Evangeline. She admitted how her elder daughter is a bit of a chatterbox and would have told her whole school had she found out. The mother lovingly called her daughter an extrovert while explaining a reason. Jana and Jeremy Vuolo have quite a fanbase due to their honest and candid nature. Duggar News followers often tune in to their podcasts as they share various details about their lives with their followers. In a new episode, Jana decided to look back and reflect upon the time she first gave birth to her eldest daughter Felicity. She talked about a rather harrowing moment that happened after the family was coming home. In the show, Jana admitted that she never takes any medication other than ibuprofen for pain. But when it was time for her and Jeremy to drive back home after giving birth, something shocking happened. After all, it was a long ride for the couple. They earlier lived in Laredo and had to drive for 2 hours from San Antonio in Texas. Apparently, things got so bad in the car that Jana had to tell the crew to stop filming. Well, they used to shoot Counting on at that time. Her condition worsened during her drive home. Just in time for fans to tune in to Amazon Prime's new documentary, Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar are already denouncing the project. In a statement released June 1 to coincide with the documentary's arrival on the streaming platform, the patriarch and matriarch of the sprawling Duggar family said, "The recent documentary that talks about our family is sad because in it we see the media and those with ill intentions hurting people we love. Like other families, ours too has experienced the joys and heartbreaks of life, just in a very public format," the pair continued on the family's website. "This documentary paints so much and so many in a derogatory and sensationalized way, because sadly that's the direction of entertainment these days." They went on to emphasize that they believe the best chance to repair damaged relationships or to reconcile differences is through love in a private setting. "We love every member of our family and will continue to do all we can to have a good relationship with each one," they concluded their thoughts. "Through both the triumphs and the trials we have clung to our faith all the more and discovered that through the love and grace of Jesus, we find strength, comfort, and purpose." Producers offered the couple an opportunity to be part of the new 4-part docuseries, but they declined, per In Touch Weekly. Co-director and executive producer Olivia Christ praised those family members who did agree to take part, adding the tea was humbled and honored. "It's super intimidating to come down, sit down, tell your story," she said, referring especially to daughter Jill. "Especially with all that she's been through and all that the other survivors in our show have been through too." Cousins Jill Dillard and Amy King were the two most prominent family voices opening up about their experiences as part of the deeply religious family that first opened up their lives to audiences on their 17/18/19 Kids and Counting reality series from 2008 to 2015. The docuseries covers a lot of ground, ranging from Jill saying she felt obligated to defend brother Josh amid his molestation and child pornography scandal and eventual conviction, to Amy alleging Michelle's baby voice is put on. In one of the earlier episodes, Jill, one of the sisters who was molested, was asked what she remembered about the time when he was sent to counseling. "I kind of don't really want to talk about all that," she said, getting emotional as her husband Derek said they both wished nobody had ever found out about any of that. After the reports came out, both Jill and her sister Jessa appeared on Megyn Kelly's The Kelly File and appeared to minimize the allegations against their brother. Jessa said the extent of it was mild, saying the behavior was inappropriate touching on fully clothed victims, most of it while girls were sleeping. She also defended him against claims he was a child molester or a pedophile or a rapist. Jill, meanwhile, said she chose to forgive her brother and praised her parents for how they handled the situation. On the Prime Video doc, however, Jill claimed the Kelly interview was the family's attempt to get to where TLC would be cool moving forward with this show, following the bombshell report. "In hindsight, I wouldn't have done the Megyn Kelly stuff. I felt like I was in a place again of like bearing the burden and the weight of just. Even though you volunteer, it's like you feel obligated to help," she said, dabbing tears from her eyes as she spoke. "The Megyn Kelly thing, I don't even like to talk about it because it's not something that I'm proud of," she continued. "If I hadn't felt obligated to, 1, do it for the sake of the show, and 2, do it for the sake of my parents, I wouldn't have done it." Jill said the interview didn't save everything and wasn't enough, as 19 Kids and Counting was cancelled by TLC. The network, however, went on to greenlight another series with the family, Counting On, focusing on Jill and Jessa, that didn't include Josh. "Yes, we were taken advantage of," Jill said of doing the new show. "The day before we got married, I signed a contract." She claims she was tricked into signing it by her father and didn't even know what she'd signed until 2 years later. "We were literally running through the kitchen," she said. "I didn't know what it was for. What we found out later, that it was a commitment of your life for the next 5 years to the show," added Derek, calling it fraud. On top of that, Jill added, I never received any payout, no cash, no check, nothing. For 7.5 years of my adult life, I was never paid. After losing an attempt to not have cameras in the room when she gave birth, Jill sought compensation for the footage from TLC, only for the network to tell them they paid the family. Paying the family means we don't get anything, Derek explained. They said, "We paid your dad, so take it up with him." When they pushed back against filming at one point, Jim Bob allegedly sent them a copy of their signed contract, which is when Jill realized she had actually signed it, and offered to pay them the equivalent of $10/hour for filming as a lump sum. "In order to receive that, you had to sign another deal with my dad, his production company, Mad Family Incorporated," added Jill. "It would be like forever. We were automatically like, 'We're done,'" she recalled. "Eventually you start making your own decisions, and it's piece by piece, little by little to do what you need to survive." And so, they severed ties with TLC, and effectively, the family. These comments are in line with previous things Derek has said about Jim Bob being the only one who held a contract for the family's various shows. Of the shows have been under his contract, and he is the only one with a contract, he said via social media shortly after he and Jill left in 2017. "My dad does control a lot of things in the family," Jill said in the new docuseries. Derek said that they're very much on the outside with the family. Jill also claims the family dynamic has shifted even more, and not for the better, as Jim Bob and Michelle have allegedly replaced the leader of their non-denominational Christian organization, the Institute of Basic Life Principles, because former leader, Mr. Bill Gothard, has been taken out. From what my understanding is, Jim Bob and Michelle are now his replacement, said former family friends Jim Holt, per In Touch Weekly, with his wife Bobby claiming Jim Bob is trying to emulate Bill Gothard. Another more unusual topic that came up was Michelle's speaking voice, which Amy isn't so sure is totally legitimate. She claims that Michelle puts on this baby voice purposely to appear meek and mild.